Welcome to the RPG Talk Show. My name is Daniel Ivy, and this is
John Wilker, Vice President of RPG Research. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to research and development of role-playing games in all formats and genres for all players.
yes, and we utilize this research to achieve recreational, leisure, educational, and therapeutic goals
Today's main topic is historical perspective in the media.
for role-playing games.
Yes, not just how media views the history of the world.
Yeah.
Part one by
Don't watch part two. It's not as good as part one.
it's
Yeah.
it's sad, but afterwards, after our main topic, we will do traps and riddles.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue that to at least finish.
I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna finish.
You're going to finish 5.
I'm gonna finish this group of challenges, no matter what what my score is.
There's only one more. After that, it's Challenge of Champions 6, the final Challenge of Champions.
Yeah. I'm not a masochist. We will see. We will see. Okay.
Yeah, if your Dungeons & Dragons game requires a safe word, make it a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
after Traps and Riddles,
yeah.
we will be doing unboxing of the 2 loot crates I get.
Yes.
We are not sponsored.
No.
So if anybody wants to sponsor us for anything that is role-playing featured, no, I'm not going to show off your brake pads for a product.
Yeah. Unless you could find some way to, for example, associate your Roombas with role-playing games, and having the D20 logo on top of it, just doesn't count.
No, but 2 cats on 2 Roombas with lances, that's getting closer.
Yeah, well, that's LARPing.
All right.
So, before that, we're going to go into just chatting, and you wanted to talk about some of the partner content that's been going on with D&D Beyond.
Yes. So, Dungeons & Dragons Beyond, or D&D Beyond, was originally a third-party product in of itself.
Yes.
And it only published official, licensed Dungeons & Dragons materials that were from Wizards of the Coast.
Yes.
Even though it was an officially licensed product, like a third-party thing, they didn't do that. And then not too long ago, they started doing third-party content.
Well, this is after Wizards of the Coast acquired them.
Yes, Wizards of the Coast purchased Wizards of the Coast.
Well, Wizards of the Coast purchased D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was, and Wizards of the Coast was already under Hasbro.
Yes.
So I'm going to take a quick look at my library and just give you an example of ones that are there. I want all book types, and partners. So I'm just going to look at the partner list.
Yeah. And this includes like Cthulhu by Torchlight. I believe you mentioned that Keith Barker recently put out a Eberron.
Well, he put it out a little while ago.
Yeah.
Before the 2024 rules. So we have Where Evil Lives, MCDM book, Valda's Spire of Secrets, Players Pack, Tome of Beast, Milady's Minroth. I don't know who that is from, but there's all kinds of ones. Gunsinger Class, The Illrigger, Griffin Saddleback Book 2, which I'm going to get back to that one a little bit.
Okay.
Crooked Moon. There's 2 books for Crooked Moon from Avantris. There is, part 1 and part 2. Tal'Dorei from Critical Role.
Yeah.
Tales of Shadow. There is Ruins of Symborium. There are several one-shot adventures, which, believe it or not, aren't the one-shot wonders that I get every month.
Okay.
And there's even a holiday one in there.
Okay.
There's Drakheim, Humblewood, Grim Hollow, Helena's Guide to Monster Hunting, Flea Mortals from MCDM,
MCDM.
Darkheim, Book of Ebon Tides, Pathfinder book, Abomination Vaults, which is the Pathfinder game converted to 5th edition for this one campaign.
Okay.
And it's the entire campaign. We also got Lord of the Rings role-playing.
Yeah.
The 5th edition version of the One Ring role-playing game.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, we the last two things that came out were basically Cthulhu by Torchlight, which wasn't advertised as far as I saw.
No.
Just kind of showed up.
I mean, I got a preview on it, but only because I subscribed to one of the people who helped with it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Tree and Monk.
Got it.
Yeah, Tree and Monk was consulted for Cthulhu by Torchlight.
Well, you know, one of the things that this is cool that it's a Chaosium product, but I kind of want Sandy Peterson, who invented Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. He made a separate one called Mythos Monsters. It is a thicker 5th edition thing of Dungeons and Dragons mixed with Call of Cthulhu.
Okay.
It's got a lot more details, definitely a lot of more monsters. I will be using it.
Okay, what was the name of that?
Okay, let me pop it up here. I have a reference here.
Considering some of the Cthulhu-esque stuff that I want to incorporate into my world, it may be a good reference.
Yeah, I think so too. But let's see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to have to do a Control F. I said Control F. Hello? Are you functioning?
No, the F is for function.
Yeah, I should be able to search this as one of my own documents. All right. Sandy Peterson's Cthulhu Mythos 5e.
Cthulhu Mythos 5e.
Yes. Used, it goes from $225.47 on Amazon.
Ouch. That is a hefty price.
That's the low end.
Wow.
But it is a much bigger one than others. I am kind of disappointed that that it's not still available. And I really would like to have seen it as the product that they put into D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Please edit all the ums. And because it's a more fuller system. There's more monsters.
Yeah. It's
more character options. I wouldn't mind a link of them, but if you got one, I would really like the other one there.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, that Chaosium
Hmm.
puts out another one, and
Yeah.
soon. This book, though, the one on D&D Beyond,
Yeah.
Cthulhu by Torchlight, is not available as a physical product.
Hmm. That's unfortunate.
It's not even available as a PDF.
Huh.
Sandy Peterson Cthulhu Mythos
Hmm.
is extremely hard to find anywhere.
Yeah.
There's almost no places to find a PDF to purchase.
Yeah.
Well, let's rephrase that. I have found 0 places to purchase the PDF.
Okay.
It used to be available on Drive-Thru RPG.
Hmm. Did they pull it from there?
Apparently.
Okay.
Because it's really not a it's not a Chaosium product,
Yeah.
and it's not a Wizards of the Coast product.
Yeah.
So it seems to be in Snatch, and it's extremely hard to get.
Yeah.
Um,
But getting back to you were mentioning, I believe you mentioned that you noticed that Wizards of the Coast really hasn't put out anything since since this year has begun.
right.
But honestly, to be fair, they just got done
I
putting
can't
out.
even find it on eBay.
They just put out the 2024 Player's Handbook, Dungeons and Masters Guide, and Monsters Manual.
Well, Monster Manual is 2025.
Oh yeah, it has been 2026.
Yeah, it is
Wow.
now 2026.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's the end of the world as we know it. So,
Yeah, they haven't really put out anything.
well, they haven't advertised anything
Yeah.
for products.
Wait, no. There was the Heroes of Faerun stuff.
Actually,
Hmm.
if we're lucky,
Yeah.
that might get on D&D Beyond.
Mhm.
But the Heroes of Faerun was last year.
It was. Okay, there was Heroes of Faerun. There was the new Eberron book. When was that? That was last year as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that I feel like they put out a.
For 2026, the only thing that they're advertising is a Dungeons and Dragons crochet set, where you can make your own little beholder crocheting and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So just this month,
Mm-hmm.
like a couple days ago, Exploring Eberron, based on the book written by Keith Baker,
Yeah.
which was done separately, and is on D&D Beyond,
Mm-hmm.
but now it is integrated into the current. You can now use it on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
There's a few books that Eberron has, but let's talk. Like we said, we're talking about.
And I know that Wizards of the Coast are working on stuff because they're putting out playtests. I mean, there's one that I'm particularly looking for.
Dark Sun?
No, I'm not exactly sure what the book is going to be called, but it seems like they had a bunch of horror-themed subclasses.
Is it? It could be an expansion to Ravenloft.
I don't know, but
It could be an expansion to the Cthulhu, because the Cthulhu has no.
Mhm.
It has a. Their book has ideas on how to create a module.
Yeah.
But there are no pre-made modules for Cthulhu by Torchlight.
Yeah.
Not even on D&D. DM's Guild.
Yeah.
Or Drive-Thru RPG, either one.
Because I've been seeing like 2 blocks, at least in my mind. I feel like there's been at least 2 blocks of playtests that they've been doing. One that's been kind of horror themed, where they had the subclass for the Necromancer, the Phantom Bard, not the Phantom Bard, the Phantom Rogue, the Dread Warden, or the Hollow Warden Ranger, and whatnot. So horror themed subclasses. and I feel like they're trying to go back to and re-explore the psionics.
Well, re-exploring psionics would fit in with Dark Sun.
Possibly, yeah.
Because Dark Sun was a pretty psionic-heavy campaign.
Yes, yeah. So I do believe if they're doing Dark Sun, and that's going to be a minefield to step through.
It is.
Yeah.
You can slap a mature audience label on it.
I feel like it's safer to just... This is mature rating. This is our mature rating stuff. This is Dark Sun. And as opposed to trying to, Disneyfy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do not Disneyfy Dark Sun.
Yeah.
If you have to, put a trigger warning label on it.
Yeah.
But don't...
I respected, for example,
I don't want a no thank you evil version of Dark Sun.
Right. Like, I actually respected the Book of Vile Darkness in 3rd edition because they slapped, this is for mature people. This is not PG, this isn't your grade school stuff. We're talking about evil stuff, and they committed to it. I wouldn't mind seeing more adult stuff for that. Not necessarily saying, like, pornography and whatnot, but...
Yeah, I want to see the Book of Ultimate Good. Isn't that what it's called? Exalted Good.
The Book of Exalted Deeds.
The Book of Exalted Deeds.
Mm-hmm.
The Book of Vile Darkness.
Yeah.
And the Book of Erotic Fantasy.
I
all converted to 5th edition.
See, I wouldn't mind the Book of Erotic Fantasy. And I know I said, no pornography, but that's not pornography.
No,
it's
and
not.
It has actually useful tables for anybody who is having a anything resembling a relationship.
Yeah, but that one was sorry. Even in 3rd edition, that one was third party. But the Book of All Darkness and the Book of Exalted Deeds were done by Wizards of the Coast,
and they were the only two that
had a mature rating on it.
The only 2 books ever in Dungeons & Dragons history to have a mature rating on it.
No, because in 4th edition, they tried to redo the Book of Vile Darkness, and it wasn't there. It was not the Book of Vile Darkness.
Personally, I don't know too much about 4th edition as much as I should. The best thing about 4th edition is?
It's over?
No.
What?
There is something actually redeemable about 4th edition.
I know I talk about it, but yes, go ahead.
The maps.
The maps were good, yeah.
Yeah, they had lots of good battle maps for each module.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, anybody want to donate to the RPG Research Museum, you can send us 4th edition modules.
So as much as I lambast 4th edition,
yes,
I actually do know a number of good things that came out of it. The problem that I have with 4th edition is when I can talk about many of the good things that came out in 4th edition, but when I weigh everything, it still lands in the bad.
Yeah, as a total package, it was not good, and their STR or Open Gaming License.
The gaming license was horrible. What they did to the novels and their authors was horrible. What they did to the community was horrible. Yeah, on a meta level, it was horrible. In terms of the game, I also didn't like it because, yes, it was too far afield from what we were expecting from Dungeons & Dragons, but I also feel like it was too video gamey. That said, I did like that, honestly, I like that they made cantrips at will. You never run out. I know that Hawk complains about that. I feel like if it's that simple, you shouldn't be able to count how many times, like, okay, I need Mage Hand. I'm not tracking how many times I cast Mage Hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, also, the fact that they made wizards actually have something to do at low levels.
Yeah. I also liked rituals. Rituals came about, or like they gave you more more ways to use your spells that weren't necessarily using your resources, and that makes you feel, it is more powerful. But a lot of them, the cantrips weren't really that powerful. But back in third edition and before, what did a wizard do when he ran out of spells? He threw daggers, he threw darts,
Or he hid.
or he hid, or he used a crossbow, and he wasn't good at any of those.
Right.
You
So,
being able to rely on a cantrip when you don't want to use spell slots is wonderful. Yeah.
so Eberron's Player's Guide
Mm-hmm.
is the 4th edition version of Eberron. I don't see anything else. No modules.
Mm-hmm.
Kyber's Harvest actually was one of the modules,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore it would have maps. And I wouldn't mind having a copy of Kyber's Harvest just for the maps.
There was some better visual stuff. That and I feel like them bringing in the tieflings was good.
Yeah,
But
I'm not. The cards,
yeah.
which were rewards for doing adventures,
Mm-hmm.
or things you can get, and they gave you special powers, kind of got put into Adventures League for a little while. You got your magic item cards,
Yeah.
but you don't have, you have this card, and it gives you a special ability that you wouldn't get from the books.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of an interesting thing. I have some of those cards.
Okay.
I don't have a reason to use them.
Well, I mean, then it's if you don't really have a reason to use them, then they're
I don't, because I don't play 4th edition.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do see how some of the design philosophy that came out of 4th edition has affected 5th edition.
Yeah.
Because you've got to instead of the whole once per encounter, once per day thing that they had in the 4th edition, we have once per short rest and once per day, once per long rest.
Right. The action economy was something that carried over into 5th edition. Not completely.
Not completely. I'm actually happy that it didn't completely carry over, because
there was like once per round, once per combat.
Yeah. So,
once per short rest, once per long rest, once per month. No.
this is. I was trying to say good things about 4th edition, but this is one thing that I honestly feel like not enough people criticize 4th edition about.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is one of, outside of some of the meta things that were happening, in terms of the design of 4th edition, this is one of the big problems that I had with it.
Are you referring to the points of light?
No. Okay. I actually liked that. I wish they did more with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that was an interesting way to do overland mapping, and hex crawls. But there's my good thing on 4th edition.
You found one.
So before 4th edition came out, I was playing, and to a certain degree, I still play a lot of World of Warcraft, and I was very much involved, or at least keeping track of the meta of World of Warcraft and some of the criticism that was going on with the design processes across the expansions in World of Warcraft. Mm-hmm. And one of the common things that World of Warcraft had a problem with at that time, and they were starting to get past that, is a design conceit called homogenization, where everyone is kind of the same. So it made it so that, why are you even playing this one class if they're all the same? You're just going to, people are going to tell you, if everything's the same, just play the best version of the same. So, that was a problem that I saw in 4th edition, where it was very samey. If you knew what a defender was, a tank, in 4th edition, they're all kind of the same. DPS were all kind of the same. Healers were all kind of the same. They had, and I'll give you an example with the DPS, with the strikers. You could tell it was a striker because they had some type of mechanic that added a D6 that, through a feat, could be advanced to a D8.
Yeah, rolls
Mm-hmm.
was an interesting thing. They did happen to use very video game
Yeah. I mean,
rolls.
I don't mind them talking about roles, or having some support for that in certain classes, but I feel like they codified it too much. They didn't allow for any real flexibility.
Right. You were either a striker or
Mm-hmm.
a tank.
Yeah.
You couldn't be both.
I
Or
mean,
you couldn't be a tanker and crowd control.
yeah. And when you start realizing that, if if for example historically I play a bard, what role am I playing? Generally,
You are about the same role as a rogue in combat.
yeah.
You're a support
Mm-hmm.
range DPS.
See, I would say historically, if you're playing a bard, you're playing the face.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the supported role. The whole socialization aspect of it. I mean, yeah, they tended to be weaker when it came to combat, but in that case, they were kind of a jack of all trades where, okay, they can do some healing, and I'm happy that they can do some healing because it gives them something to do in combat.
Yeah.
And, then they have Vicious Mockery, which is, buffs and debuffs. But primarily, you're playing the face. That's what you wanted to do if you're a bard.
I'm looking forward to when this campaign that I'm in, which is we're only halfway through.
Uh-huh.
So we may got to have another 2 years of this before we start playing Call of Cthulhu.
2 or 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, but I am looking forward to certain players
Uh-huh.
breaking the molds of how they play characters.
So, for the player that I think you're thinking about,
I'm thinking of 2 players.
uh-huh. There is, I honestly feel like at least one of them, the one that I'm thinking of, may just not play.
Well, actually, he said he wants to play.
Okay.
But he won't be able to you can't min-max Call of Cthulhu.
He'll try and find a way.
Well, we have a way to defeat that, and I'll tell you what that is. So we have the guy that likes to min-max and not have a personality.
Yeah.
His religion is rampage.
Yes.
But the other guy,
Mm-hmm.
he does like to play the face, even if it's not a bard.
Is that our paladin?
It is our paladin.
Okay.
And he likes having the power to do ridiculous high charisma rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Where 20 used to be considered acting too much, and 32 is something he can hit.
Yeah, you may have to start giving him DCs of 40.
Or just have, you have disadvantage on this because this person actually hates you. Or they have an alien mind.
That is actually something that is already supported by the rules. If they're hostile, then that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be attacking you, but I believe the hostile mechanic says that, yeah, you can roll your social stuff, it's going to be a disadvantage.
Well, also, you're supposed to go down in levels. You don't go from hostile and jump to friendly.
Yeah, no. It's hostile to indifferent.
Yep. Then friendly, then helpful?
No, there's only 3 now. There's hostile, indifferent, and friendly. I kind of wish that it was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's how I'm going to defeat min-maxing.
Okay.
It's in your hands. The power of character creation's in your hands.
Yeah.
But you're going to be doing the life path method. And there's no predicting what you're going to come out with if you're legitimately rolling the dice.
Are you going to have the life path method in front of you?
It's going to be in front of everybody.
Okay.
There is a book I have that talks. First thing you do is you roll where you were born.
Yeah.
Then you roll to see if you have siblings. What line you're in, etc. what circumstances that you were born in. For example, it has everything from you were birthed in the woods or a cave, back alley,
Yeah.
to uh, palatial palace with its private hospital.
Yeah. Actually, I did some of that with Krita to flesh out some of her backstory
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know, for example, did she have siblings? She does.
Right.
She's not on good terms with them.
Politics, it ruins everybody.
She's in a drow household.
Yeah. In this case, religion.
Might as well call it Roman Catholic because it's one and the same.
The method here, which dictates what your life was like,
Yeah.
you are going to make decisions and you're going to roll for different things. And there is a possibility that if you roll just right, you can walk into your first adventure being a Cthulhu Mythos investigator who actually knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, of course, your sanity level will be starting lower than everybody else's. But you could actually come out as a wizard.
Okay.
Knowing spells and stuff. So or you can come out as I'm just the janitor.
See, I would love to play just I'm the janitor. I'm here to clean things up.
Yeah. So we have in the library for D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
We have currently. I don't know if I can put this in the proper order, but I think it goes Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron.
Yeah.
Then Eberron Rising from the Last War. Eberron Forge of the Artificer, which brings us into the 2024 rules.
Yes.
And now we have Exploring Eberron, which is supposed to be also 2024 rules.
Okay.
And I'm hoping there's more stuff in there, like Bastion stuff.
Well, Forge of the Artificer had Bastion stuff in it.
Yes, but there might be additional ones. Let's see here. We have Discovering Species, Faiths of Eberron's Uncharted Domains, Planes of Existence, Zodiac, the Realm of Madness, because I'm going to be blending Cthulhu in my campaign, is going to be a prominent.
Nice.
Character options, background, species, feats, spells, magic items, symbiotes, and friends and foes. So, no, there isn't any Bastion stuff. And I'm not even going to be using the 2024 rules of Bastions for this group. I'm going to use the 2014 rules that were written exclusively for Eberron.
Okay.
And that was another hard to find PDF.
Okay.
Because
I wasn't even aware that there was a Bastion system specifically for Eberron in 2014.
Yeah, it's called Bases and Salvage Missions.
Okay.
So you get a base, and to upgrade it, you have to do salvage missions, and your currency you get is in pieces of salvage.
Okay.
And you're going to need certain number of pieces of salvage to upgrade or add anything to your home.
Yeah.
So every time you want to upgrade, you need to go on a mission and try to get more stuff. Now I have the it was hard for me to find that. It was just as hard to find the Peterson PDF.
You said salvage and bases?
Yeah. Salvage bases and salvage missions. And it is attached directly to the campaign I'm going to be running, which is the Oracle of War.
Okay.
Which is a 1 through 20. It's 20 modules. And each module, you go up a level.
Okay.
Now, you can refuse to go up a level because you want to do other, additional adventures somewhere. But there's penalties for that.
Yeah.
Like you don't get the treasure rewards. But one, I'm going to give them the treasure rewards even if they do refuse it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also going to try to do it. The salvage missions actually give you a level 2.
Okay.
So what you should do. So first level, first module, second module, you do your third module.
Mm-hmm.
And before you start your fourth module, we do a salvage mission.
Yeah.
That's balanced for third edition level characters.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take your upgrade there because that would put you into fourth level.
Yeah.
Or do you? No, because yeah, you'd be getting too ahead of yourself. Because you went first level, then to second level, and at third level.
So we basically be treating the salvage missions like side quests.
Yeah, they are side quests.
And I've been a strong believer that side quests should be interesting. I don't feel like they should level you up.
Well, that's how I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Is you turn down your level growths.
Yeah.
So you don't accidentally move yourself out of the other module.
Yeah.
If you make 5th level before playing the 5th module,
or you're going to be too powerful.
Well, if you don't meet the tiers, if you move yourself out of the tier, then before you finished all the modules in that tier, you lose that module. You're no longer allowed to play in it.
Huh.
By the way, just to clarify, these are Adventure League rules. And I'm not going to do all the Adventure League rules.
Yeah.
But I am going to do the level ups the way they're doing it.
Okay.
There's other things I will be doing that were for Adventures League. But I will do alternate things like, even if you don't level up, you get all the treasure you found.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff with Eberron. We have, for Eberron, we had, I just told you Explore was the last one. So we got those 4 things. Going to combine it with the Call of Cthulhu or Cthulhu by Torchlight stuff. Now, they're also, they haven't advertised any written by Dungeons and Dragons or Wizards of the Coast things. So, but they have made a list of what they are going to bring out in partnered content. January 27th was Exploring Eberron.
Okay, this is a roadmap.
Yeah, this is the things that they're going to bring out for everybody to play. The Pugilist class is coming out, and it's not a, you're talking brawlers, boxers, and other fist-first fighters without becoming monks.
Yeah.
Faster Purple Worm, Everyone Dies, Volume 1, which is brought to us by the Beatles and Grimm. So this is the cheap way to get it instead of getting their full thing with props, maps, stuff. Helena's Guide to Monster Hunting, Part 2, which is a 2014 rule set. Pugilist is 2024. Faster Purple Worm is 2024. Helena's is 2014. But they are going in late March, going to bring out Griffin's Saddlebag, Book 1. We already have Book 2.
Yeah.
So it's nice that we get the first book now, finally. And they, they're going to do things like that. So, how much do you know about partnered content?
I feel like
aware of specific titles and things.
I've been aware of a few of them. So, for example, I was aware of the Drakkenheim and Humblewood.
Well, let me rephrase this question.
Yeah.
Of all the other third-party products that are out there, What would you like to see in D&D Beyond?
Okay. So, I have some thoughts. Okay.
Yes.
I tend not to consume a lot of the third-party content.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I mean, it's wonderful that effectively they're putting out their home campaigns and making it accessible to everyone. I think that is wonderful. I until I can actually go through and check them, I'm not just going to accept a third-party content blind. I'm very, very particular about the content that I allow into my game.
Right.
Okay, I would say that of the third-party content that I would allow, Cthulhu by Torchlight is one of them that I can think of because I use Cthulhu stuff.
Do you have any wish list of the other ones, or are you just not aware of titles that you would introduce into your campaign anyways?
I have an idea. I don't think it'll ever happen.
What's that?
So, some of the it's kind of like what's going on with Eberron. I consider Eberron, with Eberron, even the third-party content, it's all Keith Baker. It's his stuff. If I'm doing Eberron, I'm doing all of Eberron.
Right.
Yeah, and if I'm allowing Eberron, I'm allowing all of Eberron. If I'm doing Forgotten Realms, I'm doing all Forgotten Realms. I would love to see Ed Greenwood putting out third-party content.
Okay, so we almost got into that topic early. Ed Greenwood is putting out third-party content.
Is it on D&D Beyond?
No, not yet.
I think it should be.
It's a third-party content that explores more of the Forgotten Realms instead of just the known realms.
Yeah.
They expand out beyond the Sword Coast. He's got 2 books coming out.
Okay. But basically, all those campaigns that I feel like are stuck in second edition.
Mm-hmm.
I feel let the authors put out third-party content, and it pulls a lot of the weight off of Wizard of the Coast because then we've got I feel probably better Dragonlance stuff.
Yes, I want to see more. I want to see the Ed Greenwood stuff put on there.
Yeah.
I want to see more content for Cthulhu by Torchlight.
Yeah.
To include Sandy Peterson's book, but if not including Sandy Peterson's book because it conflicts with the rule set that's already been established a little bit. He's got different stats for his monsters.
Yeah.
But also he has different mechanics. They don't have a sanity rating for Call of Cthulhu by Torchlight.
Well, I believe sanity is supposed to be an optional rule in the Dungeons & Masters Guide, unless they drop that for 2024.
Well, I don't think they dropped it for 2024, but Madness, if you're one of my players, stop listening now. Madness is in one of the Eberron campaign that I'm running. Without adding in the Cthulhu, they are using the Madness.
I believe, I like the stress thing that they were doing as well, where there's different levels of stress, which is different from exhaustion.
Right. Where are they using that?
I don't know. This is something that, if they were doing it, I think it was near the end of 2014. I don't know if I haven't double checked to see if it's made its way to 2024.
Yeah.
But basically, you had stress levels, and it was basically a negative based off of your stress level to every D20 test. So if you have 5 levels of stress, you're losing -5 on everything.
Right.
Yeah.
There is in the Cthulhu campaign, they're doing passions. You have to create a passion for your character And if you can use the passion, you get bonuses.
Yeah.
There are different ways to use passions. But then there's also...
I feel like that could be directly, connected to bonds. And I'm a strong believer that if it's already in there, find ways to use it. And there's already your personality ideals and your bonds and your flaws. I feel like you should be benefited in some way if you're doing something with your bonds, and you should be benefited for bringing up your flaws.
Yeah, the Cthulhu by Torchlight uses passions and dreadful insights.
Mm-hmm.
The module that I'm running through, that I'm adding this onto, is already using. Again, it was written for 2014 rules. Don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll use the 24 rules, but it already has madness in there.
Mm-hmm.
And things that triggered madness, the first module that triggered madness, I won't say the number, so if my people actually listen to one of my talk shows, undead, a major encounter with undead, has several moments where you can get a bout of madness.
Okay. And I could see, depending on the undead and how it's portrayed. Yeah, I could definitely see that. So, what is our main topic? Our main topic today is...
media.
Media, representations of role-playing games in media.
Correct.
Yes. So, we will get into that after our jump. So, after these messages, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the RPG Talk Show. We're going into our main topic, which is the historical perspective of role-playing games through media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the history of role-playing games through media is pretty long. It's been there from almost day one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an evolution of public perception that is reflected in the media of the time.
Yeah.
So, in the early days, 1980s, remember, it came out in 1974, but the media really didn't start catching up until the 80s.
Right.
And the Satanic Pact.
Now, I do know that there is a major movie that displays, at least shows, Dungeons & Dragons before the Satanic Panic really took off.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, it didn't display it prominently, but it showed it.
Are you talking about E.T.?
Yes, I am.
E.T., which was also the last time during that era that they showed Dungeons & Dragons as just a game people played.
Yeah.
There were some inside jokes, like calling somebody zero charisma, which technically means no personality, but I think they were just trying to say he was really super ugly.
Uh-huh. I feel like the equivalent of that in modern day terms, and I apologize, it would be like zero riz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got no drip.
Oh, this is painful.
It is. But in the early hostility phase, which was the 1980s, Mazes and Monsters.
Yeah, which had Tom Hanks in it.
Yes, and it was a scare piece depicting RPGs as dangerous activity that can cause players to lose touch with reality. But the main thing you had to really remember about Mazes and Monsters, we started with a mentally ill person first.
Yeah.
He wasn't...
Is Mazes and Monsters based off of, what's his name? We were talking about him literally last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
The third.
Egbert.
Egbert the third.
Yeah. James Egbert the third.
Right.
Yeah.
And the steam tunnels.
Yes.
So parts of that story were blended in Mazes and Monsters. It was interesting because they had oversized miniatures that they were hand-painted cardboard, which was cool.
Yeah.
But they weren't using them for tactical reasons. It was like, this is just a representation of my character. And we did start with a mentally ill person who was triggered by the game.
Yeah.
The game did not cause him to be mentally ill.
Now, mind you, I haven't seen Mazes and Monsters.
You need to, just for historical
Yeah,
purpose.
for perspective, I should have seen it.
Just like the chick, they're called chick. Oh God, what do they call that? They were by somebody named Chick, and they were little pamphlets that they, that were religious pamphlets.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, kind of they're the little pamphlets that they put out.
Little cartoon comic series, and they did one about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's kind of like what is it? Especially in cons, they're called trash cans, I think.
No, trash can editions.
Yeah, where it's kind of like the mini pamphlet versions of what is it?
It's Chick Tracks.
Chick Tracks.
What they were, and they had them on all kinds of topics other than just Dungeons and Dragons. But the one they did about Dungeons and Dragons later got made into a mockumentary.
Yeah, they're kind of like little pamphlet versions of like Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
It's all straight propaganda and not actually understanding the content that they're criticizing.
So during the time that we had that early hostility, there are three names that really stand out as the problem areas.
One I mentioned last week, which was Patricia Pling.
Yeah, she did Bothered About Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
BADD. She died in 1997, and after that, BADD fell apart shortly.
Yeah, they imploded. Yeah. And she got started because her son committed suicide.
Correct.
And as I mentioned last week, it is horrible that she had to go through that, but she
caused damage.
She caused a lot of damage in her trying to deal with her grief.
Including her relationships with the police departments, trying to teach people how to find a cult and to look for role-playing games. Now, we also have the psychiatrist, Thomas Radecki.
Yeah.
He it says PhD, but I'm not sure I want to even use that word.
I believe his PhD was revoked.
Exactly.
But not for what he was doing with Dungeons and role-playing games.
He had the National Coalition on Television Violence, NCTV, but he was repeatedly convicted for malpractice and finally incarcerated in 2016 for trading drug prescriptions for sex.
Yeah.
And he is currently still in prison.
Good.
And he has lost his license, but he was one of the big troublemakers.
Yeah. Thomas Radecki is two role-playing games. What Dr. Frederick Wortham the third? Dr. Frederick Wortham is for me in comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's that supervillain. Now, Pat Robinson.
Yeah, the 700 Club.
And,
oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah. He had 40 million regular viewers on broadcast television while he was still there. He died June 8th, 2023.
Yeah. He recently passed away.
Yeah, 93 years old. One part of Robinson's last significant broadcast referencing role-playing games occurred on September 27th, 2016, during a segment of the 700 Club.
I believe, up until his passing, he genuinely believed that Dungeons and Dragons was some type of devil worship.
Yeah. As far as he was concerned, Dungeons and Dragons were demonic classification in response to viewers' questions about a husband playing an online game with elements of witchcraft. Robinson explicitly labeled Dungeons and Dragons as demonic.
Yeah.
It was a destructive influence. He claimed the game has literally destroyed people's lives, and more than that, it lures players into a fantasy world that really captured them.
Now, I will admit that I do hyperfixate on my campaign worlds a bit, but
You know the difference between fantasy and reality.
Yeah, I do.
And you haven't committed any murders. There was a lot of those kind of things going out at that time. He also said people should flee role-playing games. It's a problem. Demons are out to destroy you, and your husband needs to understand that.
So even he believes that it was only for men.
Well, this was response to a woman asking about her husband. But, he believed it was genuine occult material, that you could learn to cast spells from it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. You could never. I can pull up a player's handbook if you want and just read to you a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to. But if I did, you could definitely see that it's impossible.
Yeah.
You have to have it will tell you things like you have to have verbal, somatic, and material components. It will tell you what the material components are sometimes, depending on...
Yeah, and a lot of times it's a joke. For example, if with Speak with Dead, it's 2 coins. They are making reference to the 2 coins that you put over people's eyes, with the...
to give to Charon.
Yeah, to give to Charon, yeah.
But then it says there's verbal components. Things that you have to say. It doesn't mention anything about what you're supposed to say to get these verbal and somatic components. These are the hand signals and symbols. And this is my new favorite one. This is if you are a fan of Has Been Hotel.
See, I feel like for the somatic components, we really should reference Naruto with the hand signs that they were doing.
Well, yeah, those were based on actual ninja hand signs.
Yes,
that they were using to connect magic.
Yeah.
Or scare people.
Yes.
So, and so that was. 1980s, early 2000s. Oh, we got to get up here.
Yeah.
I have to remember that Vampire the Masquerade was implicated in a murder.
Yeah.
And they said that Vampire the Masquerade drove people to kill and actually try to drink blood. I hate to tell you this, but people who believe that they're vampires and actually drank blood, either for symbolic or...
A lot of times it was just grape juice.
Yeah. But those people existed before role-playing games.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we get into the... so that was the people there. Pat Ramos...
Becky.
Yeah. So we got into the geek stereotype phase.
Yeah.
Which was the 1990s to the 2000s, that decade. Shows like Freaks and Geeks and the IT crowd portrayed role-playing game players as social outcasts, often with sympathetic or humorous things. So...
Even like the Gamer series, which is done by our friends who write Orpheus Entertainment, still kind of
Zombie.
Zombie Orpheus. Even they, still kind of fell into that.
So we had late stage moral panic in the early 1990s. Satanic connection through the peak of the Satanic Panic. News outlets in the early 1990s occasionally linked role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, to occult ritualistic abuse and suicide. Criminal case linkage. High-profile crimes were sometimes blamed on the influence. The 1988 murder, the Von Stein case, heavily focused on the suspect's role-playing habits, leading into the 1992 movies and miniseries that doctored D&D manuals to appear more sinister. Censorship efforts. In response to the negative news cycles, game companies like TRSR removed mentions of the words demons and devils.
Yeah.
And
this was back in the second edition when they started calling them the Tanari and the Batazu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They figured if they would just change the name of the monsters, then
it didn't help.
nobody would. Yeah, it didn't help at all. They were still demons and devils.
Yeah.
Shift to violent media concerns, again in the late 1990s. Violence in the media following the Columbine High School massacre.
Ooh, yeah.
In 1999, attention shifted from Satanism to the psychological effects of violent video games.
Mm-hmm.
With video games like Doom, which featured demonic themes, were targeted. Tabletop RPGs were increasingly seen as a niche social activity rather than a spiritual threat.
Yeah.
Institutional bans and skepticisms in the 2000s. Prison bans. Early 2000 news reports covered bans on role-playing games in various state prisons. This was going up even further in the 2017 era.
Yeah.
When we were, there was documentaries about people playing Dungeons and Dragons in prison on the sly.
Yeah. It is something that even to this day, we're dealing with the prisons.
Yeah. Wisconsin and Idaho banned role-playing games. Authorities argued the games promoted gang-related activity. Actually, in our practical history with role RPGs in prisons, it actually quelled the violence and got
cross-gang cooperation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Intergang.
Yeah.
Cooperation is what the word I was trying to go. Not to be mistaken with Intergang from DC Comics.
Yeah, no. I think those guys would be bullied in prison.
Yeah. The Unabomber investigation in 1995, the FBI notably investigated a group of D&D players as potential leads in the Unabomber case, reflecting the lingering institutional suspicion of reclusive gaming's subculture. We're still in the
idea that we're stuck in a basement playing the game. But if I'm in the basement playing a game with my fellow recluses, I don't have time to plan bombs.
Right. Cultural revolution, not revolution, irrelevance by the mid-2000s. TRPGs largely disappeared from mainstream headlines as they were overtaken by the massively popular MMORPG.
Yes.
World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
The Guild came out based around World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Transition to Geek Chic in the late 2000s. Cheek?
Geek Chic.
Geek Chic.
Yes.
Normalized through tech, the first generation of D&D kids moved into professional influential roles in the 2000s. The narrative began to shift. News began to cover role-playing games as more ironic or nostalgic tone, treating them as quirky but harmless parts of geek culture.
Yeah.
Rather than a dangerous social ills.
Yeah, and I have a couple of shows that just started showing, like unabashedly, just showing role-playing games. We have role-playing games showing up in Futurama.
Yes.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons actually had Gary Gygax show up and roll dice.
Yes. Dexter's Lab.
Yep.
Venture Brothers.
Yep. These are all in geek-related scenarios. This is just like listening comic books.
Yeah.
The Dungeons and Dragons, the Pathfinder comic books, and those kind of things. And there's comic books that were written to have role-playing games based on them. Like Unicorn Vampire Hunter.
And I believe Community had another D&D episode.
It did. So in the mainstream normalization, the 2010s to present, shows like Stranger Things and The Big Bang Theory normalized the hobby in a standard social activity. There was positive depictions like Astropia, which shows characters using role-playing games to improve their social lives and personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that's the Swedish one.
Which is why I wasn't aware of it.
Right, and it's hard to find the ability to watch that one. It's on Netflix if you're in the right countries.
So you need a VPN.
Right. It's also on another site where I have to join up to, get their app or whatever.
Yeah.
And it has those. And I do believe there may not be an English translation of it. It's like sub.
Well, I'm used to reading subtitles anyway.
Yeah. This also brings me to the Matt Mercer effect.
Yeah.
Phenomenon where tabletop role-playing games players expect the home games to match the production value and professional acting of the hit web series Critical Role.
Yeah.
Named after the show's dungeon master, Matt Mercer, it highlights the gap between professional actual play entertainment and casual hobbyist gaming.
Yes.
Your home game isn't meant to be Critical Role or Dungeon Dudes. What was that one? Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Who donated some money. So I should remember their name. College Humor.
Dimension 20.
Dimension 20 did these high-end
production.
Yeah, they had entire sets for their miniatures and things like that. They sold their miniatures from one shows. They auctioned them off and gave us a significant proportion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
there are things that happened with that, but we still appreciated the nod.
Yes.
Yes.
We helped. The help they did give us was very helpful.
Yes. Because we tend to focus a lot on Dungeons and Dragons, I wanted to also highlight how
other role-playing games,
not just role-playing games, but role-playing formats.
Right.
So when it comes to LARPs, I remember LARPs are, I've joked that there seems like there's a pecking order.
Yeah.
With role-playing games where you've got your video game RPGs, and they tend to look down on the tabletop RPGs, and the tabletop RPGs tend to look down on the LARPers.
Right.
Yeah. And that is very much shown there as well. There was the movie Role Models.
Yeah.
Which showed, it was either LARPs.
It was a boffer LARP.
It was a boffer LARP. There was also Knights of Badassdom.
Right, which also was LARPs.
Yeah.
Were they buffers or sticks? I think
they were more hard combat.
Yeah, they were more harder combat.
But
though that one was in Spokane with actual Spokane area LARPers.
Yes.
As well as famous actors.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it took me a while to remember this one. LARPers showed up in Hawkeye.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
Yes, they did. The Knights of Badassdom also was actually the first time I seen depicted in a LARP setting somebody in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they did a very good job of that.
Now, I feel like after that, then we just need to find. But furries aren't necessarily inherently RPGs.
Well, no.
No.
Just like cosplay isn't necessarily.
It's ancillary to role playing games.
Yeah.
It is connected, but not it.
Yeah. Not it. Tag. You're it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's still a bit of a stigma that is in the media. But at least with role-playing games, the tabletop, it's starting to have a more positive light to it.
Yeah, and there's more television shows and movies that are based on the role-playing games themselves.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Shadowrun is depicted in the game or the movie Bright.
Yeah.
Vampire the Masquerade had a series.
Kindred the Embrace in 1996.
Yep.
And I was telling you about this earlier. There's a novel series that I thoroughly love. It's a romance series, but I don't care.
Yeah.
And I swear...
It's a romance series with vampires and werewolves.
Yeah. Vampires and werewolves and all sorts of other things. Oh my. And I swear, if these characters aren't made in World of Darkness rules, I think there's a great injustice because this could all just be World of Darkness meets romance, and that's Patricia Briggs' Mercy Thompson series and the Alpha Omega series.
And I recommend them.
I highly recommend them as well. They're just fun.
Yeah. Even if you're not comfortable with scenes of cat people doing a cuddle puddle.
If you're having issues with that, go watch Zootopia 2 and get over it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. What other depictions do you have?
We also have, and this is for, we have, I think there's something interesting to be said about it. For me, it is how the media handles certain topics, and there is how it represents the, for example, role-playing games in media, but how does it handle the intellectual properties?
Right.
So, a good example of this is honestly the Dungeons & Dragons movies. And I found out today that there's 4 of them. Originally, I thought there were 3. So, in 2000, there was a Dungeons & Dragons movie with Jeremy Irons and Marlon Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted it to be good. And it was not.
Well, this was a problem. We're going to take what we needed, and we didn't get until much, much later.
Yeah.
What we needed was Dungeons & Dragons with a Lord of the Rings budget.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. It is. I think it'd be wonderful to have a Lord of the Rings with a a Dungeons & Dragons movie with a Lord of the Rings budget and the Lord of the Rings scope. In fact, I'd make the argument: do the heroes of do Forgotten Realms. Go back to Forgotten Realms and do Drizzt with that, and you'll have so many fans.
There's supposed to be a television series doing that.
I don't know how good it's going to be.
And well, of course you don't.
Yeah. Unless they're doing like
Lucy Lawless was in the animated Dragonlance.
Okay. But, I mean, Marlon Wayans, who is a very good actor, was in the Dungeons & Dragons movie. Just because we've got good actors doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie.
Oh, yeah. But there was one really great line. That hobbit will beat your ass from the waist down.
So after that, in 2005, there was Dungeons & Dragons Wrath of the Dragon God. And there is a stigma when you start off with the movie, and the Dungeons & Dragons movies, the first Dungeons & Dragons movie was put out in theaters.
Yeah.
Wrath of the Dragon God didn't make it to theaters. It was first put on Sci-Fi, and then went straight to video.
And it had some poor CGI, if I remember right.
And then I found out today that there is Dungeons & Dragons 3, The Book of Vile Darkness, and that went straight to video.
Yes.
I have no idea what it looks like. I'm afraid to look into it. And then, 3 years ago, 2023, I have to remember it's 2026 now, we had Honor Amongst Thieves.
Yes.
And we talked about that either last week or the week before, where it's a good movie. It is a legitimately good movie. Unfortunately, the nonsense that the Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro was doing with the OGL put a major damper on it. Now, I've had, for the longest time, a belief on how to make a decent Dungeons & Dragons movie that doesn't require the budget of Lord of the Rings. You just need a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, okay, so when we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, we've got the Game Master, and we have a group of people. Okay, no one person in that group tends to be the star. Most movies, we have a central character, and that's the star, which is kind of
well, they call they have a name for that, and it's called the the chosen one
Yeah.
trope.
I don't like that. What I want to see is someone do a Dungeons & Dragons movie where they're doing an ensemble cast, like Ocean's 11.
Yes.
Give me Dungeons & Dragons meets Ocean's 11, where the group has their each individual story, but each individual person adds to the heist, for example, that they're pulling off. And let shenanigans happen.
Yes, agree. This also goes into the concept of how they were how role-playing games are depicted.
Yeah.
The cinematic pacing is different.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that show role-playing games in them are the cape and costume trope from like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel. Depict game masters wearing specific costumes. Why they done DM? Yeah, you dress up as the dungeon master or a wizard.
I'm looking at you for a specific reason.
Yes, I do have a OC character that I depict myself at conventions.
Yes.
Private games, I just dress up as me.
Yeah.
Which
I just found it amusing.
Yes. There's hyper condensed action, getting away all the crunchy stuff for it, that kind of stuff. I have some other places.
Yeah.
Chosen One is like Matrix, etc.
Mm-hmm.
In media res, follow the Conan style.
Oh, going back to Vampire the Masquerade, we had what is it? What is that vampire? The Underworld. Underworld feels very much like Vampire the Masquerade to me.
It does.
Yeah.
That entire series, and it's a vampire versus werewolf setting, and there's different clans.
Yeah.
But mostly it's just vampire versus werewolf.
Yeah.
So here I'm going to give some more examples. TV shows: The Mighty Nine, The Legend of Vox Machina.
Well, those are direct campaign translations.
Yes, made into a thing. But then we have The Forgotten Realms, which is currently in development.
Yeah. Well, we already had
Netflix.
Well, we already had that started with the Honor Amongst Thieves, because that was in Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Yeah, which is in Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, but The Forgotten Realms is a live-action Dungeons and Dragons series. Not just another one. You remember Secret Level in 2024?
No, I don't.
Okay. This was, I do believe you can find it on Prime, Amazon Prime. It's an anthology series depicting various gaming franchise. And Dungeons and Dragons was one of the first ones they did.
Okay.
They had other ones, including, believe it or not, Pac-Man. They do a Pac-Man story.
Yeah.
Gamer series.
Yep.
Darkness Rising from 2008. Hands of Fate from 2013. Made a look at the players themselves. Astropia, also known as Dorks and Damsels.
Dorks and Damsels.
And I have been mistakenly calling it Swedish. It's Icelandic.
Oh, which means we may not even get to the translation. The subtitles may just be, we don't know what they're saying.
It depicts a high society woman finding community and empowerment through her local fantasy gaming shop.
Aww.
Stranger Things, Community, that's Dungeons and Dragons episode. Mythic Quest. While focused on video game development, the series also explores the collaboration, sometimes eccentric nature of creating gaming communities. Narrative Connections, Guardians of the Galaxy, is an ensemble adventure group.
It is, yes.
So it's more, not Spelljammer, but it is more...
I could definitely see Guardians of the Galaxy being Spelljammer.
Oh,
easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
And The Expanse.
Mm-hmm.
which was based on a tabletop RPG homebrew campaign. It's a party-based decision-making common in that genre. But the television series, which was based on a role-playing game first.
I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
And then after the television series of The Expanse,
Mm-hmm.
they came out with the actual Expanse role-playing game. So it was actually based on the concept of the role-playing game / video game that they were thinking of making.
Okay.
And then they actually made it, you can play The Expanse role-playing game now.
Mm-hmm. I do know that I wanted to point out that when we're talking about media, we're not just limiting it. We don't have to limit ourselves to visual mediums.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got music now more often associated with role playing games. For example, there is.
I'm sorry. I was looking at Forgotten Realms TV series, and it starts off with a Dungeons Dragons commercial where the villains are whining about Greg.
About Greg. So there's a few bands that I know of where their entire musical genre tends to be very role play heavy. There was I'm a fan of power metal, but there's pirate metal and dwarven metal.
Well, there's also steampunk.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a cross genre thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's old-timey music, steampunk music with air pirates and like Abney Park.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like anything that is Shadowrun, well, introduce all the techno you want and electronic music. But we also we've got a proliferation of role-playing game bars.
Yes,
literally. I got this from a role-playing...
Natural 20 Brewing, which has 2 stores?
I believe there's at least two locations
3.
there in Spokane.
Yeah. Well, one in Spokane Valley as well.
When I say Spokane, I mean the wider Spokane area.
County.
Yeah.
There was those kind of role-playing games, but... You're talking about music, right?
Yeah, there's music. There's also cookbooks based off of role-playing games now.
Oh yeah, Dwarf and Orc. Gwar is demons.
Gwar, yeah.
There was vampire bands.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes where
Well, that kind of gets mixed into are we talking about role-playing games here or just the goth community?
Yeah, well,
and quite a bit of the goth community plays role-playing games.
I think Kiss was definitely a LARP.
I see. I don't.
They had actual characters.
Yes, I know.
Backstories and comic books.
Yes, and I genuinely believe Gene Simmons wouldn't be a fan of the community. He would absolutely, take advantage of them. But no, I don't think he would. I don't see Gene Simmons as someone who actually enjoys being a part of that community.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if he was a fan of his own fandom.
No, I think he was money first and everything else second.
So, speaking of music, my son has been listening to music from animes. But there is a band called Garnivore.
Okay.
And they are actually good songs about Pokemon. One is from the point of view of Garnivore breaking her chains and stuff like that.
So, John, is this you admitting that Pokemon is a role-playing game?
No.
I'll get you to admit it.
Well, there's a Pokemon role-playing game that exists.
Yeah, and Pokemon is a role-playing game.
The computer game is not.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
No. But you know what? We should prepare for that. We need to have a just talking about the definition of role-playing games, and whether or not certain role-playing games or certain computer games qualify as a role-playing game. Some of them are quite obvious.
Yes. I'll admit some of them are quite obvious. I will never make an argument, for example, that Tetris is a role-playing game. It's not.
Right.
Yeah. I have an issue, even if there are quote-unquote level-up mechanics in Madden, I do not consider Madden a role-playing game.
No.
No.
Yeah. I don't I have the label of RPG computer games seems to be thrown out there a little too lightly for my taste.
Yeah. I will agree with that.
I mean, come on. And I'm not saying that anybody's actually claiming this, but Samus... Metroid
is not a... No, that's a platform.
Not a role-playing game.
That's a platform.
Yeah, but, that's as... Those kind of examples are as bad. I mean, it's almost like people claiming Donkey Kong is a role-playing game.
No, I would not argue. I would argue that Donkey Kong is not a role-playing game. I am arguing that Pokemon Red and Blue are role-playing games.
And maybe, the latest one, I think, is the closest I've seen to a role-playing game where the trainer actually matters for more than just doing combat.
Yeah.
It's set in a French-like region.
Oh, yeah. Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That role-playing game, and I'm going to call it a role-playing game, actually has a story.
Yeah.
With character development. And things that I don't see in Red and Blue.
But Red and Blue does have a story.
It has no character development. The Pokemon level up.
Yeah, the Pokemon level up.
The trainer just is an excuse for the Pokemon to be out.
Okay, so one of the issues that we have in just about every single roleplay, in just about every single RPG, is we have a flat character arc.
We're going really deep into this just talking thing that we're going to do
later.
This
is the main topic, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We will put this off later. Trust me, let's just say that role-playing games have had a more favorable depiction in the East, in Japan, than here in the West. I think, honestly, because they didn't have the Satanic Panics.
That is going to be part of it.
Yeah.
Not everywhere in the world. It was mostly an American thing.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. Or I don't know if Australia had any of that.
I would say that a lot of that Satanic Panic was in the Eurocentric area, which includes America. I would include America in Eurocentrism, but that includes Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the Satanic Panic was more prominent here in the United States.
Yes.
But it tends to bleed over to the rest. But Japan doesn't have that. They have kind of like that cultural barrier.
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
Other countries, like you saw Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah.
And you saw who they put in as the characters. Bobby, I think, was horribly cast. He didn't look right from any perspective. He didn't even look like an older Bobby.
Yeah.
But, and Uni wasn't there. The best live-action version of the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon characters is a South American car commercial.
Yes, I saw that. And those are good.
Oh, those people. The casting for that was perfect. 10 out of 10, no notes. They should have been who they grabbed for Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, but I don't want to get into the philosophy that I've seen practiced by major media corporations here in the United States and the effect it has on the intellectual properties that they're managing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deep thing there.
That is deep and a very loaded conversation.
Yeah, we're going to definitely talk about role-playing games and computers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if there's an upcoming major topic one, or if this is just going to be a just chatting. Historical perspectives, narrative flow, genre embedded topics, NPCs and PC character arches, and synchronous information, visual considers, audio considers, tactile smell, taste, and other considerations, formatting considerations, behavioral guidance, game pacing, troubleshooting on the fly, play styles, battles, and archetypes. No, this needs to be a just chatting.
Yeah.
And I think we need to be prepared with our ammo for. Shall we make it next week?
Yeah, let's make it this. Let's make it next week, and be prepared.
I'm going to be prepared.
I'm
going to start with what are the definitions of an actual role-playing game,
and I'm more than happy to start right there.
Of course. Yeah. Now, again, it's going to be the definition of the tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to also bring in a computer role-playing game that plays like a tabletop game. It is basically you playing this tabletop game without using a virtual tabletop through a computer game. You're playing. You're online.
Yeah.
You're playing with the other players. You can usually see the other players on the screen. And this game was actually designed to be played over the internet.
Okay.
It's basically a computerized tabletop game, but it's not a VTT.
Okay. Is it anything like the virtual tables where literally like there's a table, like a virtual table that you actually put things on? Because I've seen those, and those I always found those a bit weird.
They were a bit weird.
Yeah.
Actual first time that people did that was fantasy something fantasy the Fantasy Network.
Yeah. I know the Fantasy Network.
Imagination Network or something like that.
Yeah.
But AOL bought them out and then destroyed everything.
Oh, jeez.
They had a room where you brought your computer character in there, and there was a table to play Dungeons and Dragons on.
Okay. So, we're going into Traps and Riddles next?
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to continue Traps and Riddles for at least, including this one.
At least 7 more.
Well, this is the
fifth.
And then there's 5 more after that.
Okay, so we're halfway done. My suffering is halfway done.
Yes. Okay. and unless something weird happens.
Yeah. But we will see. And after that, we have some unboxing.
Correct.
Yes.
And we're going to be unboxing the loot crates that I get every month. And we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so after these messages, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the RPG Talk Show. We're going into Traps and Riddles.
Yes. For the last 20 episodes, most of the episodes, we have been using Challenge of Champions.
Yes.
This is currently Challenge of Champions 5 by Jonathan M. Richards. And it's Dungeon Magazine, March 2004, issue 108, volume 18, number 3.
Yeah.
Each Challenge of Champions is a series of 10 scenarios designed to test the leadership, adaptability, and cohesion of the adventuring group. Or in this case, Dan.
Yeah.
Scenarios are equally difficult for everyone, especially Dan, regardless of level. The rules are as follows. Team members must wear only regular clothing. Any weapons, armor, gear, or magic items needed for the scenario will be provided. Spellcasters can have no spells memorized or prepared. All spells used in the contest are cast through rings of spell storing, as this allows all spells to be cast from the same level and negates any advantage higher level casters have over lower ones.
Yes.
This is supposed to be played as a competition with other teams. Familiars or magic companions are not allowed into the contest. A hint can be given for half points on the scenario.
Yeah.
Team has 15 minutes to accomplish each scenario. Any game rulings need to be used will be the core 2024 Dungeons & Dragons rule set. Are you ready?
Yes. So I have with me 4 characters, all level 4 for game rule purposes. We have a champion fighter by the name of Michael Wild Dog Sorleon. We have an evoker wizard by the name of Joannie the Firehearted Nyzanthar. We have Geraldine Golden Dawn, a life cleric of Spokane, the Greyhawk god of sea, weather, and navigation. And last but not least, we have Scotty Quickflash. Scotty is a thief in a local guild.
I do want to point out that the artwork's by Andrew Ho, H-O-U, and Arnold Zhang, T-S-A-N-G. Cartographies by Rob Lazzaretti.
Yes.
All right.
So what do you have for me today?
Well, we have scenario number 5, and as you have noticed in previous scenarios, all of the scenarios are centered around the numbers. So number 5 is using the 5, and this one's called 5 Doors.
Yeah, I've also noticed that they've been spelling it out.
Yes, the title is 5, F-I-V-E, not the numeral 5.
Yeah.
So scenario numeral 5, the word 5 Doors. Here is your map.
Okay.
Go ahead and show that to the audience.
And it is a pentagon.
Parnival. No, it's a pentagram.
Yeah.
No, it is a pentagon. Pentagram is with a star.
Yeah.
Boy, did I just uncorrect the correct statement. Parnival, a guild cleric, greets you at the start of the 5th scenario. He ushers you to a door and along a wooden plank leading into an unusual room. The room is pentagonal in shape with a door in each of the 5 walls. The plank you walk on leads over a moat filled with water choked with green algae and onto a pentagonal island in the middle of the room. There you are instructed to sit in a circle with your backs to each other and link arms. As soon as you do, the room plunges in total darkness, and the pentagonal structure you're sitting on starts to spin, slowly at first, and then more rapidly. When the platform stops spinning, the darkness fades, and the planks have been removed from the door through which you entered. So, even though the planks are shown on the map, there are no planks at this time.
Yeah.
All 5 doors look alike. There's no telling which one you came through. An interesting marriage, an interesting development. No, asked Percival. Your goal this time is to exit the door in which you came. But which one is it? I'll tell you. Door number 5. Furthermore, I'll tell you that door number 1 and door number 2 each have homunculi lurking behind them, which will attack you if you open those doors. Behind door number 3 is a ring of spell storing containing a levitation spell. Door number 4 contains the key to unlock door number 5. Ha! You know that door number 5 is locked. It is in fact the only door that is locked, despite the fact that all 5 doors have keyholes. But how to tell which door is which? Observe. Each door has mathematical equation printed upon it.
Mm-hmm.
So not a word puzzle.
Okay.
Solve the equation, and it will tell you which door it is. Simplicity in itself. Oh, and note the floor of the room surrounding your little pentagonal island of safety. Do you know what that greenish substance is?
Acid.
Close. Green slime. Anyone touching the stuff must scrape it off immediately or will be forced to intercede. If I have to save someone from the green slime, I will declare them dead for the rest of the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately for you, it cannot eat through stone and cannot move on its own. So you should be safe up there on your little stone platform. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, yes. Your starting equipment. Barnacle reaches into his guild robe and pulls out a 10-foot coil of rope, followed by a familiar-looking ring. This is another ring of storing, he says. This one holds a flesh-to-stone spell. Maybe it'll help you against one of the homunculi. In any case, you now got everything you need.
So 1 and 2 have a homunculi. 3 has a levitation, ring of levitation.
Mm-hmm.
4 has a key, and 5 is locked.
Yes. And we shall begin
Mm-hmm.
now.
First thing is Scotty, because I rolled randomly. After being spun around in the dark, is going to crawl over to the side and puke. Okay, so I'm taking a look at Joannie. I feel is the one who would care more about math here. I'm going to take a look at these real quick, and these do look complicated. Going from clockwise, from the top left-hand corner, we have 1 minus 7 plus 5 minus 4 plus 8 minus 8 plus 6 minus 3 plus 2 minus 6 plus 9. I'm seeing a whole lot of addition and subtraction here. In all of them. Now, I'm not a huge fan of math, but that's not because I'm bad at it. So we're going to do left to right, and I'm going to do a little trick here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start crossing out things that negate each other.
Interesting concept.
So, for example, we have a plus 8,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately after that is a minus 8. So I'm ignoring that. We have a 1 and a 1, no negative 1 that I'm seeing. I see a negative 4, a negative 4. Actually, there's a plus 8 and 2 negative 4s, so I'm going to cross those out. Let's see here. I figure if I can just reduce what I actually have to calculate, it'll be faster.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Okay. So we've got a negative 7. Negative 7 is 4 plus 3, or 5 plus 2. We have 5, which can be negated by 3 and 2. Okay. So right now we have a 1. We have a 6. And I see a negative 6 right there. We have a 3. Do we have a positive 3 anywhere? We have a positive 2 and a positive 1. We have a negative 6. Let's see. We have a 9 and a 9. Okay, so 1 minus 6 is negative 5. plus 9 is a positive 4. Minus 4 is a negative is 0. So scratch out all of that. 5 minus 7 is negative 2. Plus 4 is 2. Plus 9 is 11. Huh. Okay.
Is 11 the number you came up with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, let's see here. I have an idea. No, I don't have props that I can use. Yeah, I do. I have the rope. I'm going to use the rope as a calculator.
Sure.
Okay.
You going to tie knots in it?
Yeah. I'm going to tie 10 knots. I'm going to use that as a calculator.
It's an abacus now.
Yes, it's now an abacus. And I'm going to use the ring to slide across.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You're have two people hold each end of the rope and one person going click, 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 clack, 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 clack.
Yes. So, I am going to represent that with my dice here.
Okay. You're going to put that on camera when you got it set up?
Maybe. I need 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because I feel using a actual calculator where I'm typing in the numbers would be cheating.
Well, if that's how you want to play it.
So, this is what I have. Okay. So we have 4 minus 1 plus 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 1 here. Minus 6, 5. Plus 4. Minus 1. Plus 6. So, 4. Minus 3. Plus 5 is... That is 18. Yeah, 18. Minus 2 is 16. Plus 2 is back to 18. Minus 7 is 11. Plus 2 is 13. Minus 3. I said, was that 13? We're down to 10. Plus 8 is 18. Minus 8 is back down to 10. Plus 5 is 15. Minus 7 is that. Plus 4 up to minus 9. 2, 4, 6, 7. Plus 3. Minus 4. Plus 2. Minus 9. Minus 9. That gets me into negatives. Minus 3. Okay, that's a 1. Going around, we have 2 minus 3, negative 1, plus 5. We're up to 4. Minus 4, that's 0. Plus 3. Minus 3 is 0. 7 minus 1 is 6. Plus 8. And how much time do I have left?
You have about 7 minutes.
7 minutes. I'm thinking me crossing them off was faster. So let's do that.
Can I give you a hint?
Will this take away from my points?
Nope.
Sure.
Nope. starting with the first and last number,
Uh-huh.
then the second and second to last number. Do the math that way.
Does everything else cancel out?
Check it out.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's try. Five. 8, 8. -4.
What does the first and last number come up with?
The first and last number
Mm-hmm.
is 10.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's the second and last number?
7. So that'd be, well, actually -7. So that's a 3. And then -3 is 0.
Okay.
Yeah. So those 4 just come up to 0. If everything else cancels out, then going around, that's 0.
Okay. Let's see. Are we starting in the upper left-hand corner?
Well, upper left-hand corner, that is 1 minus... Well, I've crossed things out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 minus 7 is 6. Minus 3
Okay.
is...
I told you to start with the first and last number.
Oh, okay. That's a 10.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's the next set?
-7 and -3.
What's that equal?
-10. So 10, 10 plus -10 is a 0.
Okay.
Okay.
And the third?
And then the third is 5 plus 5 is 10. And then negative, so yeah. Okay, they're canceling out from the ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just a shortcut. You could have done all the math through
Uh-huh.
and come up with the answer, or you can do this shortcut method.
Okay, so let's see here. How much time do I have left?
3 minutes, 37 seconds.
3 minutes.
I am pausing the time.
Yeah.
I want you to finish the math,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about what your solution is.
Yeah, because I don't like... One of the things with when I have I'm on a time limit, I don't like switching strategies.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just let you work on the math,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to start you over with 6.5 minutes to explain how you're going to solve this.
Okay. So, going by what you said, so... May I get the other one?
Oh, because it doesn't
Because
have
I'm
everything scratched out?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference between the one I'm handing him and the one he was using is the color's better on the other one.
Yeah, and I'm going to use this as scratch paper. Paper.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we have 5 groups. 4, 5. And I'm going to just transcribe them. We're back after I've completed some math and figured out some patterns. Right there. And what I noticed is, based off of your hint, and if it means that I lose half my points, that's fine.
Actually, no, because the official hint
Uh-huh.
has nothing to do with the math.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you have a 15-minute time limit and 5 mathematical equations to solve,
Yeah.
that's where it hurts. Remember, the original game is designed to be done in rounds.
Yeah.
You know, certain things take certain time, but it wouldn't count against you. You wouldn't have a real countdown for the math.
Right. So, one of the things that we noticed is that starting from the end and from the end and the beginning, the numbers just start canceling each other out.
Mm-hmm.
So the only numbers that matter in any of these are the center ones. So starting in the top left corner, we have 5. I'm going to circle them right here.
Okay.
2. We're going clockwise here. 3, 1, and 4. These are supposed to be the numbers associated with what we were told, which is number 1 and 2 has homunculi in it. Number 3 has a ring of levitation. Number 4 has a key. And number 5 is locked. So Scotty Quickflash is going to run to...
Can't run. There are no platforms, remember?
Oh, there's no platforms.
The platforms are gone.
Ah. Okay.
I did specify that.
Okay, there are no platforms. How far is the platform from the door?
8 feet.
8 feet.
I think so. Let me double check. Floor's 8 foot overhead. It's 8 feet from side of the pentagonal island to the nearest wall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 8 feet. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to undo the knots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The door handles. What type of handle is it?
According to the illustration, they look like push doors.
Push doors.
Yeah, there's nothing for you to grab hold of with your 10 foot of rope.
Okay. I'm going to try something. I'm going to dip an inch of the rope into the goop, into the slime.
Okay. It eats through that inch.
That inch. Okay.
Now you have 8 foot rope?
Well, no, I put 1 inch, so now it is 9 feet 11 inches.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Can I use the ring of flesh to stone on the slime?
Slime isn't flesh.
I was just checking. And the rope isn't flesh. I know which doors to go into, but they push out.
Yeah, so there's no handles for you to grab hold of.
Yeah. Would I be able to tie the I'm going to tie at least a foot of the rope into a massive knot.
Okay.
Into a meteor hammer, kind of. Swing and try and bash the door open and pull back before it ever touches the slime. And it'd be Michael Wildlog Surly on doing this.
Okay. All the doors are wooden and swing inward. Oh, they do swing inward.
Oh.
Into the room beyond. The hinges are on the opposite side and cannot be seen from the inside of the central chamber. How's that possible? Inward into the new rooms. So, because if you can't see the hinges, that means it goes in.
Yeah. So I'd have to push them open.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to turn this into a whip to whip the door open. And the first one he's going to do is the one that I have labeled as 4.
Okay. Normally I would have you roll to hit.
Mhm.
You're getting out of time. So yes, all but the locked door you can pop open with the hammer.
Okay. 8 feet, 8 feet, 8 feet. Okay. After that,
And there's not enough room on that platform for you to do a running jump.
yeah, I was thinking that.
At least not make it all the way across.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to make it through the doors. I know which doors to open now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which. What's the hint?
The hint is one of you can become an additional piece of starting equipment.
Okay. Yeah. I know what that means.
Okay.
Yeah. How much time do I have left?
Just enough time to tell me the solution, maybe.
We draw straws on who gets turned to stone, and they turn into a platform. That let's say we'll have Geraldine turn into the platform. Michael holds onto her, and they use her as a platform to walk to the door. We open up 3. No, we open up 4. We grab the key.
So, okay, she's how long? Not including arms outstretched, because that's not going to be a walking surface.
Yeah.
That'll sink underneath your slime.
Mm-hmm.
So, head to foot.
Uh-huh.
How long is she?
She's, let's call it 5'8".
Okay.
Yeah. So can get to the shoulders, and Michael and everyone else is, with the exception of Scotty Quickflash, who's the lightest one, are basically holding her ankles and trying to basically use her as a leverage to make sure that she's a platform and they're the counterweight.
Okay.
Scotty's going to walk out to her shoulders, and that should be about 3 feet. You can reach over, open the door, jump in, get the key, come back over to the center, and readjust Geraldine Golden to get to room 5. And do the same. Open the door, come over, hold Geraldine, and everyone crosses except for the last person. They use counterweight on Geraldine, and when the last person's over, they drag Geraldine through.
Okay. We're getting there. I will read you the official response.
Unless they wanted me to grab the levitation and used levitation on Geraldine, who is now a statue, and cross that way.
Do the math.
Yeah.
And one PC puts on the ring of spell storing.
Yeah.
PC2 holds one end of the rope, while PC3 ties the other one around PC4's chest. PC4 then jumps towards door number 3, dropping to all fours for stability. PC1 casts Flesh to Stone on PC4, who voluntarily fails to save and becomes petrified and therefore immune to the green slime.
Mm-hmm.
PC1 then crosses over to PC4's back, while the PC2s and PC3 hold the rope steady at their end. PC1 opens the door, number 3, gets the ring of spell storing, cast Levitate spell, which is at caster level 11, and can lift a medium petrified creature, but not a large one. Upon the petrified PC, PCs 2 and 3 pulled the PC back over to the Pentagon Islands, with PC1 perched on PC4's back, steps from the PC4 to the island, maneuvers levitating PC4 to 4, just keeps doing that back and forth, gets all your stuff. And then everybody goes out through 5, carrying the petrified creature with it. in which case the proctors would turn them back into flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you got it.
Uh-huh.
But even with the you were like just a little bit over on the time, even with the break for math.
Yeah, even with the break for math, I'd found a way to do it without even the levitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. But yeah.
Yeah. 20 points.
Yeah. And let me see something. I just want to double check on the dimensions here. It doesn't say how deep the pit is.
It doesn't.
Mm-mm. So, laying on your face versus laying on your back does seem irrelevant.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like this is getting into something where, how should I put it? I know that these are NPCs. I know that they're just sheets of paper. I have a certain amount of empathy towards them.
And the torture you're putting them through.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so that was Traps and Riddles.
Yes. Riddle me this, Batman. Why?
Why? I feel like Traps and Riddles are done by Jigsaw at this point. Okay.
Hey, we only have 5 more left.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and then we're going to go into unboxing.
Yay!
Welcome back to the RPG Talk Show. We're going into unboxing. We have Dungeon Crate here, and after that we have a Wondrous One Shot. You normally open these with your family.
This one here, the Dungeon Crate, I do open with our family. We've already looked at it today.
Uh-huh.
And the rest is what we're going to do for the show.
Yeah. Okay. So we have, as usual, cat paper.
Mm-hmm.
No one needs to see that. That's a code specifically for him. Ooh. This looks like a really nice fabric, kind of like, feels kind of burlappy, except without it being prickly.
Mm-hmm.
Bag. I think it's just worth the bag. Let's see what's inside. Oh. We have a D2. This is a metal dice. Metal coin.
Yes.
It says yes and a no. And it looks like it's got a plastic coating around it to help protect it. Let's double check that. There we go. Let's see here, unless that is... No, that isn't.
So the plastic is just to protect the coin.
Yeah. And I call it a D2 because, yes or no.
Yep.
You get to flip a coin. Okay. We have a figurine. This is of a sea lion.
Now, this isn't your standard sea lion. This is a fantasy lion, which is a cross between the real world sea lion and an actual lion.
Yes. So this is closer to being like, for example, a leopard seal.
Yeah. Or a cryptid.
Yes.
Because it has a lion's head.
Yeah. And I actually recently found out that seals and sea lions are more closely related to bears.
Really?
Yeah. So think of them as...
And bears are closely related to pigs.
Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. We have some stickers. Looks like we've got some, D6 dice, mystery dice set. I won't rip it open this time, because remember, the top comes off.
Right.
Let's see what dice we have here today. Oh, for your dwarves, metal. Look, it looks metal.
Like
Only
silver.
stone and gold. I could see a dwarf using these. Will it make me want to play a dwarf? No. I need to have a very strong character concept to play, honestly, any race. So we've got some stickers, Dungeon Master, and a sushi dragon.
Yeah.
That looks cool. We have item cards.
This is for designing your own magic items. Or you can use it to just write down the facts of the regular magic item.
Yeah.
And hand it to your players.
We have a dungeon mapper.
Yep, just a small thing of graph paper.
Yeah. This is loot.
This is weird.
This is weird. So we've got some hearts, and we've got some, looks like pogs.
Or tiddlywinks.
Yeah. I'm not... This is you know what this is? This is a trap. This is a trap. It's in a bag. It's expecting me to open this, but because I'm in the arts and craft world, I know that if I open this, these are going to get everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. And we have an adventure for Halcyon.
Yep.
Yes. This being Kaiju Calamity, The Wall Against the Tide, a 5th level adventure by Wayne Brecky. So we've got 3 to 5. Kaiju Calamity is built for 5th edition or Shadow Dark RPG systems, but with few modifications. You can use it for most any fantasy RPG. Find enemy and NPC stats in your core rulebook. Read the italicized text aloud to your players. The story is set on the coastal city of Gorath Kel, found in the northwest region of our sandbox world of Halcyon, but can be placed in any coastal area with a similar vibe.
Can I have the code?
The code?
Yeah, there should be a code paper there.
Yeah.
All right.
And let's see here. For a century, the coastal city of Gorath Kel has survived by weathering the cyclical rise of amphibious sea beasts that ravage their shores. Every 10 years, the horde awakens. At first, it fed upon the floating kelp forest ashore, retreating to the depths after. Then the horde attacked the coast, attempting to get to the city to feed. Each time, the ancient walled fortress that defended Gorath Kel against potential invaders prevailed. This time, the sea has broken its routine. Only months after the last rising, the horde comes again, hungrier, bolder, and seemingly guided by something in the depths. As alarms ring, defenders scramble to the wall. A colossal shape hauls itself from the ocean depths. The Kaiju Queen, ancient mother of the Tide Horde. She cannot be killed, but she can be driven back.
I'm not sure. What is this? What's the size? Flip to the back.
Yeah.
Tell me what the size of this monster is.
See. Oh, Kaiju Queen. And we have kind of an image of her, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
The Brood Tide Queen, Gargantuan Monstrosity, Kaiju.
All right. That's big.
Yeah, that is big.
I don't have a Godzilla miniature.
Yeah, you do. It's right there. It's the plushy green.
Yeah, I could use a plushie on that.
Yes.
I don't know. I need
And
gargantuan miniatures, as you know, are hard for me to come by.
yes,
They're
yes, they are.
expensive.
So we've got sea spawn units. Okay. So basically, it's a kaiju battle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know how I'd play it, because if you've got a cycle with a kaiju,
You got to look at the map, too.
the map is this. Oh, there we go. There's a funnel that they're coming to, and the kaiju's just coming up from the shore. That's all the map is.
Yeah.
But I feel like this would be wonderful for a druid to play, because if there's a cycle going on with the inhabitants of the natural world, they'd want to know. At least I feel like a druid would want to know, why is this happening, and at the very least cast plant growth every day on the kelp to give them food.
On the list of things that we're supposed to be getting in this box, the tiddlywinks and hearts wasn't on the list.
Huh.
And the Kaiju Queen is a click here for the link to digital venture tokens and maps. Okay. If you get it, you'll get the code. If you got this one.
Yeah.
And you will see we have a digital crate bonus, the PDF, the Halcyon map PDF, the Kaiju Calamity Battle map PDF, a VTT image, original Spawn image, which was in the drawing. I mean, in the module somewhere. What else here? The cover art. But there are no pawns unless you look at the VTT, which is a PNG element.
Yeah.
Let's download that. Oh, this is a Dropbox thing. Why am I having to go through a Dropbox? I just want to open it, download. There we go.
So in the meantime, I'm going to open up the Wondrous One Shots. Yeah. We have more cat paper. Black cat. Oh wow, that's bloody.
It's just a token with Godzilla on it.
Okay. So we have a card. Happy New Year from Dungeon in a Box. An ICD20 is included in this box as a thank you for being a subscriber, as a frosty start of your 2026 dice collection. I don't see the dice.
Can I see that card?
Yeah. I'm seeing what I could only describe as a blood dragon.
Well, that's frightening.
Yes.
Well, let's see if the dice show up. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask them to resend it to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it, and unless it's... No. And then it's flat.
We'll see what happens. I will write them back.
Okay, so. Let's see here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see what we got here. So this is, well, I described it as a blood dragon, and its little thing here says blood dragon with some blood crystals.
It is frightening.
Yes.
Very, very frightening.
That looks gruesome. And then we have various, I'm guessing, bloodomancers or hemomancers. And come on.
Hemomancers, is that what you said?
Yeah.
If there's an army of them, are they corpuscles? Corpals?
Only if they're an army, I guess the rank would be corpuscle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although if they get into a bottleneck, then they're clot.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
we have a map and Arcane Apocalypse, Blood Moon, and the Witch King. Come on. There it is. Ah. So they normally send some absolutely wonderful maps.
Oh, yeah. And I use these maps outside of these campaigns.
Yes.
But I definitely use them inside the campaign, of course.
Okay. So we have some type of armory. Some type of castle.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because I haven't seen all that many, castle ones.
Yeah, at least not from this set.
Yeah.
But then on the other side is a giant, I guess that's a throne room?
Either that or the courtyard.
Courtyards are outside.
Oh.
Mm.
So very castly. Let's see what we have here. Arcane Apocalypse, Blood Moon of the Witch King. Arcane Apocalypse, Blood Moon of the Witch King is an adventure designed for a 10th level party of 4 adventurers. This adventure focuses on the Nightingales, a rebellion fighting back against a tyrannical sorcerer known as the Witch King Dolrak. After meeting with a contact from the rebellion, the party undertakes a perilous journey across the Gilded Wastes to reach the Hemlock Hollow, a prison complex where Galwin, the Mind's Eye mystic, is being held captive. Once there, they must evade guards, humans and otherwise, and free Galwin, a mage with a plan to destroy the Witch King for once and for all. By descending to the depths of the Hemlock Hollow, they have the chance to slay the Witch King with Galwin's aid before fighting to escape with their lives. The characters may end up entangled in this fight in one of a few ways. They're either owed a favor, on a feather, you are a member of the Nightingales, or a grudge match. The Witch King Dalrak's Iron Fisted rule has personally slighted you, and you're looking for ways to get even. Adventure background: the law of Diabolism. Under the rule of Emperor Lithgek, magic is tightly controlled and limited to only to those directly serving the Emperor or his subordinates. Those who are caught practicing magic outside these conditions are called Diabolists, and sentencing can range from...
Not a Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. range from imprisonment to death for being found out. Okay. We've got some beautiful pictures. By the belly of the beast. Kind of wondering where the... Oh, our first... what is that called? Gladiator, I guess. And we've got a whole bunch of hemomancers. A lot of blood. A lot of blood. Witch King Dal'Rok. New creatures. Bloodstone lanterns. Ooh. An oil lantern lit with a pint of bloodstone. Oil burns with a crimson light for 1 hour. This light disrupts the wards of the Witch King has used to protect himself, while even partially in the bright light shed by one of these lanterns, he loses the benefit of Unbending Ward. Okay.
What page was that?
That was page 10.
Oh, okay.
And we've got the Blood Dragon. Okay. Born of an experiment undertaken in the Witch King's labs, a blood dragon is a synthetic creature that is bound to the blood of a powerful mage and lies dormant within their body. When the mage turns the creature loose, it emerges from their very pores, enveloping their body and leaving them unconscious. The dragon's priority when released is to protect its master from attackers, fighting viciously to do so. Though its host is unconscious when this happens, the dragon can draw upon its host's magical energy to cast spells, augmenting its power. The one in this adventure is specifically created by Witch King Dal'Rok, is a young red dragon with the following changes. Its fire breath deals 28 or 8d6 fire damage and 8d6 necrotic damage. So I guess they're splitting the damage.
Mm-hmm.
It has Dal'Rok's spellcasting trait, and any spells slots he has remaining when he's transformed. Spell save DC is 17 plus 9 spell attack modifier. It also has Dal'Rok's Unbending Ward trait.
So, what CR is this thing? This is for a 10th level campaign.
Yeah. It's the CR of a young red dragon. And they have a new mechanic.
Okay.
Ooh, and they have starting as a blood mage. The edgelord in me wants to know this.
Are you going to go start with that, or are you going to at least tell the titles of the new mechanics?
There's Magic Suppression and Enhanced by Blood. Magic Suppression, a creature with a spellcasting class feature or a similar one has a magical aura that certain creatures may be able to detect. To suppress this aura, they must succeed on a Constitution check with a DC equal to 8 plus the highest level spell slot they have available. On a success, they suppress their aura for 10 minutes, preventing them from appearing to any effect that would detect magic or a spellcaster. On a failure, they suffer 1d4 necrotic damage and can't try to conceal their aura again until 1 minute has passed.
And then enhanced by blood before casting a spell of first level or higher using a spell slot. A creature can declare that they're casting a blood enhanced version of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Upon doing so, they may apply one of the following benefits to it: upcast, defensive,
Starving, Scourge, Destructive, Intuitive.
Yeah.
After casting a spell this way, roll a d100. If you roll below your current blood corruption score, okay, you suffer the blood magic side effect associated with the roll result. If you roll equal to or above the current blood corruption score, you gain blood corruption equal to twice the level of the spell slot you expended. And there is blood magic side effects A 00 invigorating magic, regain the spell slot spent to cast a spell. Or 99, internal rupture, you explode in a shower of blood. No body is left behind. Creatures within 30 feet must succeed on a DC 20 dexterity saving throw, or take 5d12 force damage.
Ouch. One of the things that I'm looking at for this is for my Call of Cthulhu campaign.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this in as an encounter and no explanation.
No explanation.
Just the dragon.
There's a blood dragon.
Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god. I came across an interesting question about the whole blood for the blood god. I mean, if he's the god of blood, why does he need more blood?
He demands it as a sacrifice. Let me see the dragon. I want to see the...
There you go.
Yeah, plenty big. Do they have any bases?
I don't see a base here.
Okay, which means I have to utilize some of my older bases.
Yeah.
This is... that's big and scary.
Oh, yeah.
Players are going to... plots when I put this out. I would like to see this in a 3D mini.
with some good painting on it that actually makes it look like it's still
wet.
like it's still wet. Oh yeah.
We're going to have to definitely talk to them about this IC Die 20 that's not here.
Yeah. See if they can send you a bloody one to go in this.
And let's see here. Yeah, that was the digital stuff. Go back here. I do want to tell you about the upcoming one. So next month in February, I should be getting a module, Wondrous One Shot, a Dance of Snow and Shadow.
Okay. That feels very Unseelie Queen Court vibes to me.
Yeah, there is a XL Skinny Mini Asher's Aspect, which looks like a frozen angel with a fur coat. It's got the 28-page adventure book. It's got the battle maps, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 romance-themed skinny minis, the characters and NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Your party is recruited by a dashing yet arrogant prince of the Winter Court to prevent an encroaching ice age. They must romance high fae nobility, explore the frozen and forgotten reaches of the Plain of Fairy, and reassemble a royal scepter. It looks interesting. And it's for February, so, of course...
romance. It's a romance.
It will ship in the first 2 weeks of February.
You had to say ship.
Yeah. These products are intended to ship with an existing monthly subscription. If you have one, you can order a physical Wondrous One Shot subscription instead. Well, but does this mean I will get the Dragon's Eye journal automatically, or do I have to order that separately?
That I don't know.
Yeah, the Dragon Eye journal looks beautiful and on your shelf and feels even better in your hands. Use it for taking GM notes, writing spells, and secrets, recording any kind of ideas that deserve an ancient magical tome.
Yeah.
So here's my illustrations. See if that's showing up okay?
Yeah.
There's the book they're supposed to be giving you.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I don't remember if the previous one, I think there's things I'm missing out on because I aren't pre-ordering them. As the side things. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, I didn't get the dice.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm going to get the book.
I would like to. I would hope that you get the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we are actually getting to the end of the show. Next week we are talking about narrative flow.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is basically how your how the stories in your role playing games go from beginning to end, and the things that should be happening along the way, especially to keep players engaged.
Uh,
So that has been the RPG Talk Show. Switch this over. This has been the RPG Talk Show, brought to you by RPG Research in cooperation with USS Spokane, the Inland Empire's Star Trek Fan Association. Comments, questions, suggestions should be directed to info@rpgresearch.com, with the subject line including RPG Research, RPG Talk Show.
Next week, our topic will be narrative flow, as
Yeah.
he mentioned.
So
And we will be. We have no idea what the next unboxing is going to be.
hopefully you get your dice by then.
Yeah. And that will be fun.
Mm-hmm. So see you next week. Good night.
And dream well.